And remember, before you start this experiment, I highly recommend you find a well-ventilated area or go outside and wear gloves, especially if you're using food coloring. Wear some gloves. Yeah, finally made it here. Well, let's start the science experiment. For this science experiment, you're going to need some nail polish remover and optionally you can grab some food coloring. And what we're going to be doing with this is we are going to be using it to break down the plastic. And the plastic you are going to need to find, it can be a styrofoam cup, it can be some packaging material. I just have some packaging styrofoam, even some packing peanuts will work. And you're going to want to fill your cup with some nail polish remover. I already have a little bit in there, but I need to add a little bit more. Put about maybe a quarter cup worth in there. You don't need to empty the bottle. And a little more food coloring, just for good measure. I'm going to use blue. Put a few drops in. And the only thing you're going to need to do is start breaking up your styrofoam. And it's going to melt right in there. So if you don't have nail polish remover, paint thinner will work, and an acetone solution. So you just go, and it melts almost instantly. You're going to need to put a good amount in there for our project. Now once this is all melted down, we're going to need a second cup to pour it into. We're going to put a paper towel over the second cup and kind of filter it. Let's get a little bit more. And it just melts right in there. Swirl it around. Now with your second cup, we're going to put that paper towel. There we go. And with your second cup, you're going to want to cover it with a paper towel. I would even recommend putting a paper towel underneath it. We're going to use this as a filter. Coffee filter will work too. And you're just going to want to pour your melted styrofoam over top. There we go. And most of your styrofoam should still be in the bottom there, a big gelatinous goop. Now what you're going to want to do with this, you can take a spoon, you can do it by hand if you really want. I'm going to do it by hand. I have a special cleaner that'll take the food coloring right off. You're going to want to scoop it out. It's going to be gooey like Nickelodeon slime. Ooh. The old slime ball. And you're going to want to take your slime ball and put it on something. It can be a thick sheet of paper, it can be a glass bowl or plate. I would not recommend ceramic because it may stain if you're using food coloring. Alright, we got a big gelatinous goop. That was styrofoam just a minute ago. And you're going to stick it on whatever you've chosen. I have a glass bowl. And you're going to stick it on there. And just like Play-Doh, you can shape it. I'm just going to make a frisbee. Alright, big blue ugly frisbee. Alright. And once you have a shape you want, whether it's a flower, a square, whatever you want, I'll even have some shapes in the classroom. You guys can pick a shape if you want. You're just going to leave it. That's it. You're going to leave it and you're going to let it dry for several hours. Even overnight would work, especially if it's kind of thick like mine. Just let it dry overnight. And when it is done drying, it'll shrink just a little bit, but you'll have a formed piece of plastic. And real plastic cycling works a lot like that. They have to add some chemicals in it and break the plastic down. Some types of plastic, that's why they don't recycle them, because it's more toxic to try to recycle it than it is to just toss it away. That's the biggest problem with plastic recycling, is you have to break it down with other chemicals. Now I can't wait to see what you guys have done with this. I'm going to post up my shape, a picture of mine, when it's done tomorrow. Let me know what you guys did and what colors you made them. Plain is fine, it can be white. White's fine. Show me what you guys did. Oh no, who left the camera on?